This was mostly intact. Oh, it's okay, folks. It's just like burned flesh. It's got to be removed. It's dead. Okay, folks, I threatened this once before, but this time I'm actually going to do it. They're holding Cars and Coffee as a Ford Bronco event up at about 9 o'clock in the morning at the Ford dealership, a mile and a half from the house. And this Saturday morning, it's not supposed to be raining. Furthermore, car's actually doing like it's supposed to at the moment, and I'm not ashamed. So what we got to do today, while it's not raining right this minute and in the 40, 50 degree zone, is wash this damn thing. Get it cleaned up, get it vacuumed out. And I may have to do a couple of rounds of cleaning on it before I'm satisfied for the show. But, I just wanted to look like I tried. Ice storm. Folks, it's a sad situation, but my clear coat has got the blisters all over here. There's water underneath it, so it won't be long until that fender don't have paint on it. You can see what's already happened to the clear coat up on this door. This was mostly intact. Oh, it's okay, folks. It's just like burned flesh. It's got to be removed. It's dead. It's not doing any good sitting there if I can flake it off with my hand like that. But you get to see my paint in real time. Got one decent Tiger Paw tire on it, and that's okay. Got one real shitty one up front. It's pretty nasty at the moment. It's been through the winter. I mean, I have been washing it. Y'all probably remember. But you can see what Oregon does. Not rust, folks. It's green. It's moss. In fact, your car is a living biome. So we're going to have to scrub out all this moss. Let sprouts and grows up underneath that. Look, we got some more here. And again, this has not been unwashed. Bunch of tree trash. We're going to vacuum all this out. So we're going to start off with the vacuum cleaner. We're going to begin there. We're going to suck out everything we can inside and out. And then we're going to scrub it down with the brush and see how froggy I feel after that. That may be enough for the night. We may spray wax it, but I think it's probably too cold to do that. In any event, a car like this, honestly, folks, I just feel like the fact that it shows up at your Cars and Coffee event at all, unless you have the opportunity to see a Toronado Trofeo in the flesh and running, it's far from perfect. It never will be perfect. But, we're going to dress the nines and make an appearance that morning and just see what life's like. God, I hate that noisy air compressor, but I used my blowgun and got all the trash, or most of the trash at least, out from all the cracks and crevices. Folks, this Oregon, we get all the tree trash that there is. There was a lot of buildup in there, and there's still traces, okay? We're not doing a concourse job here. I'm just getting the chunks out where it looks like we cared. But look at that happy first generation dinosaur 3800. Mostly happy, I say. We'll go into that later. It's happy enough. Use the blowgun. That's the most effective way to knock the green moss right out from under all the crevices. I also blew quite a bunch of tree trash out from the door jambs with the blowgun. Smells like Irish Spring. That's why I don't use that brand of soap. Smells like rotten Oregon. But okay, so that's cleaned up enough, or at least a starting point. We're going to get the vacuum out and do some more dry work. Yuck, look what come out of my door jambs. Do some vacuum work inside the car, and then we're going to scrub it down. Ugh, must have got some of that crap in my nose. Okay, but she's coming along. Let's give you the foreshot in the sunlight where you can see all the disgusting all over it. We'll get it scrubbed off. Wow, I definitely got arm day at the gym today. Folks, that's just a hell of a lot of car to wash. It's a lot bigger of a machine with a lot more deck to it than it at first looks like. I'll have to find the Google Earth pictures and show you where it's the same length as an E150, that old blue thing. Anyway, just got done scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. And as usual, it looks like it's ready to be washed all over again. I probably will give it a quick wash and rinse down again before the show and then hit it with some spray wax if the weather will allow. But at least at the moment, I've done scrub the piss out of the Trofeo. So we got her good and clean. Got all little leaves and shit. Got everything. Everything's clean up under my wiper deck. No shit up under there. Everything clean, got everything draining good, so that's nice. Really scrubbed her down. Of course, folks, this paint looks so much better with it wet than it actually does. I'll get you some dried off pictures in the morning, but for right now, we're going to marvel in it. Shit, I still need to rinse that corner a little bit better. That pisses me off. Oh, well, that's a moment. It looks like it's got a freshwater clear coat on it, you know. Beautiful machine. These wheels are going to need refinished. I got one decent tire on the entire car is right there. The rest of the shit's got to go. But I can't make excuses and let things hold me up and not make it to the one piece of Eugene car culture we got, which is Ford-based Bronco Club Cars and Coffee. I'm showing up any damn how. This will be the month for that, and as soon as that's done, then I pull that stereo out in that head unit. Anyway, folks, that's that all scrubbed down. I think I'm wore out for the moment. Time to go get warm. It's not too cold out here, but now that I'm wet. Anyhow, enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Wildman Willie here up at Kendall Ford for the Cars and Coffee Show. And it looks like I'm one of about two. I'm used to there being, 100 Lambos and Ferraris at these kind of things. However, I am early, so we'll see what goes down. Got a nice gentleman with a really cool Mustang here. Otherwise, got a couple of Broncos. Not much going on. We will chill and hang out and see what it's all about, of course. So far, where's the car show? So, if you're in the Eugene Springfield area and you got a cool car, we're going on here for another 2 hours. Better get your tail down here. Otherwise, it's a car show for myself. All right, have fun, everybody. Okay, folks, well, I'm dressed in my weekend best, and we got the Trofeo up and running happy here and up to temperature. Got done at Cars and Coffee at Kendall Ford. That was neat. Not a whole lot of turnout for such a show. It's not a very big event here, so I definitely aim to fix that. Cars and Coffee will be the second Saturday of every month at Kendall Ford at the Bronco shop. Let's take it over, folks. I'm going to bring out as many Buick folks as I can for next time, and if you got a cool car, show up. There were not 300 exotics at this. There was maybe 20 cars. All really nice, all really cool, but there is an advertised car show that needs more slots filled. So, hope to see y'all next time. Got to meet one of my Twitter followers. I'll leave it to them whether they want to be announced or not, but they got themselves a really new cool car. Awesome sauce. Neat to meet people who I've interacted with, so that was cool. Well, we're all sitting here at idle. Everything's good and happy. It's a beautiful day. We got our top open on it. We're going to ride down to High Street Tonics and get ourselves a non-alcoholic beverage on this beautiful day. Why waste the rest of it? Having fun out there, enjoying myself, making the best of a beautiful Saturday. Well, let's go see what's going on downtown. Isn't that a pretty picture, folks? We made it all the way downtown with the Trofeo today. Looking good. Didn't give me any problems. Heck, the car seems to run better every time we drive it. So we're going to go hop in High Street Tonics here for a non-alcoholic beverage of some kind. They're always delicious and friendly, and I love the scene in here. Let's go in, have a fun time, and, do some people watching. All right, I got myself a beautiful, delicious, alcohol-free Bloody Mary, and it's everything it's supposed to be. Atmosphere is quite pleasant here at the lounge, as always. Nobody here. Y'all should be here. Come on down to High Street Tonics. This is where it's at if you want a place to chill. Got a nice window seat. I might check that out here in just a second. Let's do a little people watching, but it's a nice, comfortable, relaxing place to sit and chill for a moment. Anyway, next time y'all should join me, making a Saturday of it. Howdy everybody, Wild Man Willie here on a rainy, cold Valentine's Day with nobody in the passenger seat. But you know what, that's okay. I'm basically taking the time to date myself a little bit as we go. So, it's cold and rainy, budget is super low, there's no money to spend on anything other than this damn parking today, really. But at the Holt Center for the Arts, they had a marimba concert, which was pretty interesting, and that was free, so I took full advantage. That was nice. I enjoyed that, and that'll be a nice place to go again. I got some information on the Eugene Symphony here for other days, so we'll be back with that. Parking's about to run out, so I'm guessing I'm going to cruise a lap of town and just see if there's anything interesting, but I'm just going to enjoy being in the car and being downtown. We've got a little less than a quarter tank of gas. Temperature's holding good, oil pressure's good. Alignment's terrible, but you know what? Fuck it, the road's wet, so it shouldn't eat my tire today, specifically. Folks, today's a lonely day for a lot of people. And it is for me. I'm not going to lie about that. It's just the way it is. That being said, get yourself out. Go do something, okay? You're alone? So be it. You want to be alone in your bed at your house, feeling all sad about it, or you want to get out and try to enjoy something? Take yourself on what you'd want to do if you had somebody with you. Enjoy that on your own. See how that goes. Anyway, Wild Man Willie signing out. We'll see what other trouble we can get into. One of my favorite things to do is to get some fresh cannabis. So I'm up here at... Shit, which one am I at? I'm at No Doubt Green Prairie, one of my favorite ones. Everybody in here knows me. It's like cheers. I walk in and it's like, hey, Willie. It's funny. I'm the official mechanic for the entire cannabis industry of Eugene, and that's what's keeping me going right now. So we're going to go get some kind of fantastic bud. I believe they got a 15% off sale. I did not spend too much at the grocery store. I really don't feel like throwing down too much, but I got myself a nice big frozen lasagna for $8, so that'll be nice and good. Got some lighter fluid. Got some caffeine for in the morning, spent under $10. That's how I needed to play that. Got me some cash back, so I'm going to go get $10 worth of THC to, going to go in there and ask them, hey, what'll make me feel like I'm not alone today? You got any of that? Anyhow, No Doubt Green Prairie is an excellent place up here. You can, if I'm going to shop for buds, if I'm not going to smoke what I grew, this is where I'm going to be at. You can find me here at least once a week. If you go in there, talk to Sean, he'll take care of you. Good clientele in there. Well, sometimes you just want to go where everybody knows your name, and No Doubt Green Prairie here is definitely my source for that. So today we picked up Sex Panther. Oh, that's an interesting name for Valentine's Day. So we got to give that a try. I picked up a single gram. We're sitting at 31.4% THC according to that, which is plenty. Any more than that, it's just going to burn my throat. What does that actually look like? Oh, fuck, it's stuck to the jar. That's a good problem to have. It definitely smells fantastic. I don't know if you can fully see the coloration there. Focus, you fool. But a beautiful nug. Now my car smells extra nice and good. So, got a nice nug. Got the Dispo Cruiser all cranked up here. I've drove it around everywhere today. Not a whole lot of fuel left in it. May need to check my coolant levels. I am going to have to pull it down the rest of the way here soon. We've got to finish that front end. There's a lot to do. This car is running too damn good for me to ignore it much more. I think that a new mass airflow sensor on it and the throttle position sensor, which I already have, just I need to pull the throttle body to get to that, should fix. Fuck, it seems happy. And my oil pressure gets better all the time. Now, I mentioned the oil pressure. It reads high on occasion. It'll sit up around 60 pounds at idle till the car has really run for a minute. But now that we've got almost 400 miles on it that we put on it since the bring up, it seems to be acting a bit better. So, let's head back to the house, less than a mile away. Time for a nice gentle cruise. We'll put things up and put that lasagna in the oven and pack up a bowl, get to relaxing and enjoying what's left of the day. Howdy folks, Wildman Willie here on a beautiful gloomy Saturday afternoon. I wasn't going to do much today, and I was kind of bored and I was getting hungry, and I was like, what am I going to do to come up with some groceries? Dug through my stuff and found a $25 gift card to a really nice pizza place called Coburg Pizza. So I'm going to pretend I'm not broke and cruise my Trofeo on up there to Coburg, to the Coburg Pizza Company. They say real nice things about it. I dressed up nice once again. We got the Trofeo up and running. We're going to go put a little bit of gas in it next. Well, we don't have a whole lot, but I got $10 for that. I got enough tip money to give a waitress or something like that. So we're going to go get some good food and eat like we're rich on somebody else's dollar. I forget how I even got that gift card, but $25 to the bougie place, I'll take it. All in all, hair's kind of pissed today. It'll be okay. It's rainy. I wasn't planning on doing anything, so I made it quick, but dressed to the nines. Car's up and operating properly. Let's go get some gas in it while that's still the case. Get some delicious pizza, and I'll be sure to share with you what that's like. I swear, all this car really wants out of life is for somebody to drive the damn thing. That's all it asks for. So I made it up here to Coburg Pizza Company on a gloomy day. It doesn't look like there's too much going on, but I'm here for the food is what I'm after on Date Myself evening. As you see here, you can even bring your horses, man. They got a horse tie-up. So, neat place. This is in the town of Coburg, so this is about 5-6 miles up the road from me. Real expensive area is what Coburg is. A neat, nice area. So, I'm excited to see what this pizza is about. I've heard great things. It's got a lot to stand up to, but beautiful time to cruise my Trofeo up here. And again, she likes it more the farther I drive it. Makes me feel good to drive it. And again, I'm on my quest to make myself happy. Date myself. Go where I would go. Do what I would do if I had somebody with me and enjoy. That worked out great today. Again, pretty low on funds. Got a lot of work lined up, so that's going to take care of itself. But for the meanwhile, it was like, okay, I'm going to spend more to go to the grocery store than if I use this gift card on the bougie pizza. So bougie pizza it is. I'm ready to go eat it and see what this is all about. Trofeo's ready for me to shut her down. Happy car. Yep, there we have it. All right, everybody, welcome to Coburg Pizza. This is a pretty neat scene right here. I got them a cool old Wurlitzer jerk box, and it smells very good in here. So I like the atmosphere, and they got a lot of folks for a small town restaurant. So we're going to flip through the menu, take our time, and find something delicious. I'm excited about what I read here. A lot to choose from, so we're going to get something with meat. We might just go with the classic pepperoni. I might ask my server what they would recommend as something to represent town, but happy so far. Let's enjoy a delicious meal. While I wait on my food to cook, I'm going to check out their outdoor seating area. Of course, you're not allowed to smoke out here. Well, that's okay. I'll go out to the street. But like most restaurants in Oregon, especially post-pandemic, they do have an outdoor seating area. Fireplace, water and trough for your horse, I guess. Pretty neat little place. Coburg is just a neat little town. It's very expensive around here. This is the nice part. I guess I say that. Nothing's ever for sale either, so that kind of changes things around. But neat old building, neat old restaurant. Smells good in there. I'm getting very excited for my food. So I'm going to find a place to chill out and smoke while I wait for that to come up. All right, folks. How's that for a delicious and beautiful triple pepperoni pizza? This is their signature Three Sisters pepperoni. Let's just see how that cheese pulls. Oh, yeah. Just look at that cartridge. Wow. So I am excited. That is definitely my gift card worth of pizza right there. If it tastes as good as it looks, I'm going to be a happy guy, and there will be plenty to take home with me too, which that's awesome. I went with the medium this time. All in all, came out to $24, which is not bad with the drink. Took about 15 minutes to come out, which is not bad for a fresh pizza. That's real crust. The weather is right for it, so no more talking. Time to start eating. That was truly delicious and exactly what I was looking for. Side post battery terminal gave me a problem for a second there. Had to wiggle that with my nice clothes to get the car cranked back up. I'm going to have to actually repair that, as it turns out. But I got leftover pizza here in my box. I got the Trofeo ready to cruise. We're going to take at least one little tiny lap around the nothing town of Coburg to see how pretty that is. Maybe take a few pictures. Got a buddy of mine back in Oregon, a postcard, or back in Oregon. Back in Georgia, a Coburg, Oregon postcard. So I'm going to send him that. And, well, it was good to get out. That was definitely the best way to get my calories for the dollar, being as it cost me like tip only to go in there. Gonna save the rest in case anything comes up tomorrow. That being said, I got a full belly. I can feel my belly through my abs for once. Okay, that's good. That means we're getting some food in us. So we're almost defogged here. We're up at temperature enough to take off. Let's go take a quick lap of the nothing, turn around and head back home. It's been a good one. I enjoyed it, and I will be back. Let's take a little cruise through the beautiful small town of Coburg here. We'll let y'all be the passengers. This might be too long of a clip for the Twitter, but it'll make it to YouTube with the rest of this. This thing's always fun to back up, folks. It's the Queen Elizabeth. It is as big as a full-on minivan, but sits as low as a Miata. So we're just going to hop out on Coburg Road, which is the main street, the main drag. I know it's raining. Representative of a beautiful Saturday in the Pacific Northwest, though, what it looks like. So there's not a whole lot here, but that's kind of what I like about this little town. And again, this is just the northern outskirts of Eugene, is probably what they should call it. But it's got that tiny small town feel to it, as opposed to small town that feels like a big town, Eugene. They do a nice car show up here in August, which I am very hopeful this year to bring this car out too. That'll be super neat. They do various little events here. Great town for biking. Apparently a lot of people own horses and such. It's just pretty in general. And again, it's just a mile or two from the house. We aren't really anywhere outside of Eugene. This is just the north part. So I don't know the whole story of this town or anything to really give a great description. I just want y'all to get a chance to see it as I cruise through. I'll wait forever on the never turn right light. It'll be my turn soon. We ain't even up to temp yet. So yeah, I'm going to send this video and a few more things to a buddy of mine who is considering Oregon, but is looking for not the big city feel. He got money. I don't know if he got this much money, but if you've got money and you want something that feels a little upper class yet still a real small town, this is the best I know of. And again, you have all the amenities of Eugene is the thing. It's just 2 miles away. So, cute little town. A lot of the houses are really new and bigger out here. You can see, just like so much of Oregon, when the sidewalk stops, you end up in a farm field. I mean, we literally got farm field with street lights and sidewalk. When have y'all seen that before? Although I imagine they're probably going to build something out there instead of plant it, but it's a farm. Here's over here at the fire station. I took care of a tune-up for the fire chief's daughter one time right here in the parking lot. That was a good connection to make. We'll use that as my turnaround spot as we head back to my place in Eugene. That was just interesting, doing my outlaw mobile mechanic thing in a county parking lot for county officials. There's that Forte. It's still running good, so apparently I did a good job with it. It's been almost a year. Make the friends I can, make the connections I can, you know. Never know when I might need the fire chief. Hopefully not. So just get a load of help ready. We're just going to cruise it straight back to the house. It's not a long drive from here. So, as y'all know, I've been on a quest to meet people. Specifically, I'd like to find me a girlfriend of some type, but That's probably, I got to meet people to get there. So what I've been trying to do, as so many of y'all know, is take care of myself, improve myself, get out there, do things, see things, make the most of it. And again, like I've repeated over and over again, date myself, take myself to the places I want to go. What's the worst that'll happen? I'll be happier and healthier? No, it's a good thing. Hell, I couldn't afford it to take anybody out today anyway. That gift card, it would have been like, oh, please don't order no mixed drink. Just kidding. We would have been able to cover it. But, you know, I am very much hand to mouth. I eat what I kill that day. I work real hard, but cash flow was interesting. By the end of the month, I'll be in great shape. We just got done with the mid-month bills. There's Coburg pizza. Looking good. All being said, I'm feeling better about myself than I have in a long time. I'm recovering well from the health problems. I still have a lot more. I'm not out of the woods on that yet. I'll disclose more when I know more. But I've definitely had some issues, that's for sure. But that seems to be on the up and up at the moment. So I'm trying to enjoy when I can, when I am feeling good. You know, just make the most of life. I'm not going to feel any better in my bedroom about it doing nothing, that's for sure. Beautiful farm country out this way. Hard to believe that this is just minutes from the airport. Now we're like, looking at your surroundings, you think we were a long way away. We are not. And this thing's doing real good. Its issues all seem to be stuff I can solve at the moment. There's overdrive, thank you. Takes it a minute to go into overdrive. Then again, the alignment's all screwed up on it, so I know that one tire's fighting, adding a little bit of resistance to things. And the other thing, hell, we're at like 50 miles an hour now. In the last 10 years was the last time this car made it to these kinds of speeds. So there's that to be considered. It works, it goes into gear. I am going to do a fluid pan drop, change the filter, change the fluid, axle seals, and axles. When I ever pull the front end down on this, I have all those components. It'll be completely suspension-wise and steering new on the front when I'm done. I just need to get my bills paid up and a couple of good days where I'm comfortable. It'll take 2 or 3 days for me to tackle this one all the way through the way I want to, not halfway in it. I want to make everything look very, very nice. But, you know, for 20-year-old struts with 196,000 miles on them that are absolutely tanked, control arm bushings that are gone, sway bar links that don't exist, they can ride and handle excellent. I can't wait to see how she acts with that stuff actually correct. I'll tell you this much, it's a relaxing ride when I can, now that we're enough hundreds of miles in that I feel like I can kind of relax and drive the car. I mean, there are issues, there's things I don't like that it does, but none of them just like automatically scare the gosh out of me. It's not at that level anymore. If I can relax myself and enjoy the car, she's quite a comfortable cruiser. And she does like to hesitate on that shift there it went. Also, I want to say that there's a kick down mechanism that I haven't messed with on this at all yet. We'll get it there though. How happy could it be with that nasty old transmission fluid in it? Who knows when any of that was ever serviced? Even if it was, it's been a long time and many, many miles. And I want to say the proper service interval on that transaxle fluid, probably every 3 years, every 30,000 miles on one of these. I mean, we don't want to dare that old transmission. She does great. Going to overdrive before we catch the Nissan. There it is. Oh, 4 gears in that tree. The other thing I have to remember when I drive this around, and I mean, I'm not giving any gas. We're running 40 miles an hour, right? It is a massively faster machine than my daily driver car. Because there's actually torque here. It's not fast or anything like that, but you have to think about it a little more and lean into it quite a bit more in the Mitsubishi to get up to speed. This thing's just bottom of toe. Throttle position sensor is still antique in this. Probably has a lot to do with some of my throttle fluctuations. Got to do the mass airflow sensor too. I've got most of it. It's just been a matter of, well, how do I convince myself to pull down this car completely when I do it for a living and some of the thrill is gone? And right now the thing's operating properly, okay? When I got it all hustled back together, I thought I was going to have to move. That move didn't have to happen, which I'm very thankful for. I didn't want to go. But I had to put everything together where I could move the car. And, there was a few things I had to really compromise on as far as, well, that's got to get done. Get it where you can move it, where you can drive it, where you can go. Now that that's all over with, it's just a different story with everything. Now I can get back into thinking about putting it back together the rest of the way. Well, this guy don't ever look like he's going to turn. Maybe he will. I'll let him. I'll have a green arrow by the time I decide I'm safe, won't I? Do it now. Irreplaceable old boat. Everybody else has the right of way. That's the way I treat that. Give it a little bit of power here. Nothing egregious. Just to wake it up a little. Give it some tow. And that's the way these big 3800 cars are. Your power is what I call good power. It's comfortable power. I ain't fucking fast. I'm like a 9-second 0 to 60 on this thing all out. Your performance is in the middle of your toe, okay? It's not what is my maximum performance laying this thing wide open. It's, well, when I give it just a tiny bit more throttle pressure, how does the car react? And the answer is, hell, you don't need over a quarter throttle with this car to outrun the locals. Pretty much. Turn here. So you can see just how close everything is to me. Again, we just traveled from one town to another. And since I don't have any people physically in the passenger seat, I got all y'all riding around with me in the passenger seat while I yammer my mouth and talk too damn much. It's okay. Beats listen to the radio that don't work. I swear I'm going to pull that out and send it off. I swear. Honestly, the guy's been ready to do it for a while. It's going to cost like $60 to ship it to it with the insurance. I just don't have it today. I'm very excited to see this thing work proper, though. That should be really cool. But as of right now, we do have a cruisable ride out of this. Honestly, it runs far better than I give it credit for. I'm pretty damn picky. And we're talking about a 35-year-old dinosaur with 200,000 miles on it. Imagine that, it's got some quirks, right? Yeah. Being said, the more I drive it, the happier it acts about the whole situation. I mean, it likes it when I take it out like this. And we get the suspension done this summer, I'm going to have the top down on this thing and out in it most of the time. I hope. Mitsubishi is expensive. So is this. But we get good gas mileage for what this is going around town. That's not prohibitive, really. And my other one, this is irreplaceable for reasons other than just straight financial. If anything were to happen to the Mitsubishi right now, I'd have this. This is all I'd have. There wouldn't be a way to get back into another one. So, we're going to rely on this much more heavily for our cruise around. But it looks like we have managed to make it all the way back to the shade tree. We parked this thing right next to that Mini Cooper. Got all the parts ordered for that. So we'll be pulling that apart once I get a confirmation that that's been shipped. I'll go ahead and have that one naked and ready to pull apart when the stuff arrives. Alright, folks. She has made it back to the house. That was kind of a long-winded talky video. Shutdown procedure initiated. That's good. She's liking life. She's happy. Shut down the lights. Shut down the car. And we're home. There you go, everybody.